What if I told you there's a country where rainbow mountains exist, where ancient walls stretch beyond the horizon, and where entire cities are carved into cliffs? Today, we're exploring 15 places in China that are so incredible, you'll think they're from another planet. And number 7 will absolutely blow your mind. Let's start with the obvious one. But here's what your history teacher never told you. The Great Wall isn't just one wall, it's actually multiple walls built over 2,000 years. Some sections are so remote, you'll be completely alone with 13,000 miles of history stretching before you. Pro tip for you. Visit Jinshanling section at sunrise. You'll literally have it to yourself. And the photos? Chef's kiss. Okay, this is why I love making these videos. These rainbow mountains look like someone spilled paint across the desert, but they're 100% natural. These layers took 24 million years to form, and the best part? They change colors throughout the day. The secret? Visit during golden hour, around 6 p.m., when the reds and oranges absolutely pop. Remember the floating mountains from Avatar? This is where James Cameron got his inspiration. These ancient pillars rise over 1,000 feet straight up, and when the morning mist rolls in, it's pure magic. This place has inspired Chinese artists for over 1,000 years, and you'll see why. When you're above the clouds at sunrise with these ancient pine trees that have survived here for centuries, you feel like you're floating in a painting. Here's a mind-blowing fact. The Forbidden City has 9,999 rooms because only heaven could have 10,000. For 500 years, regular people like us were literally forbidden from entering, hence the name. You've literally seen this view before. It's on the back of China's 20 Yuan note. These limestone peaks have been sculpted by water for 300 million years, creating what many call the most beautiful landscape in China. And these fishermen? They've been using trained cormorants to catch fish for over 1,300 years. It's like watching history in action. Wait. Before you ask, yes, these colors are 100% real. No filters, no editing needed. The lakes get these incredible blues and greens from minerals and algae. In autumn, add golden trees reflected in mirror-perfect water. UNESCO called it a fairy tale world. And honestly, I can't argue with that. Imagine spending 650 years carving staircases into mountains. That's exactly what the Zhuang and Yao people did here. These terraces stretch as far as you can see, and depending on the season, they're either mirror-like pools reflecting the sky or waves of golden rice. The best part? These techniques are still used today, exactly as they were centuries ago. Every winter, Harbin becomes a frozen Disney World. We're talking life-sized ice castles, LED-lit sculptures, and temperatures that'll freeze your phone battery in minutes. They literally harvest ice blocks from the frozen Songhua River, some weighing over 300 pounds, and transform them into architectural masterpieces. There's even an ice hotel where you can sleep on a bed made entirely of ice. The craftsmanship is insane. Teams work for months creating everything from replicas of famous buildings to massive ice slides that are basically frozen roller coasters. And at night, the LED lighting makes it look like you're walking through a neon dream. Pro tip: bring hand warmers, waterproof gloves, and spare phone batteries. Trust me on this one. This natural arch in the mountain is called Heaven's Gate, and you literally take a cable car through the clouds to reach it. But the real adventure? The 999 steps carved into the cliff face. First, let's talk about this cable car ride. It's 7.5 kilometers long and takes 28 minutes of pure adrenaline as you ascend through multiple cloud layers. I'm not exaggerating when I say you'll go from ground level to literally above the clouds. Oh, and there's a glass walkway wrapped around the cliff at 4,700 feet up, because apparently, I hate my comfort zone. This walkway is only 60 inches wide and juts out 164 feet from the cliff face. When you look down, all you see is nothing. Just clouds and a 4,000-foot drop. But wait, there's more. The road to get here is called the Road of 99 Bends. And yes, they actually counted. It's 11 kilometers of switchbacks that'll make your stomach do somersaults. Some people take this route just for the thrill. And for the truly insane, this is one of the few places in China where base jumping and wingsuit flying are legal. Watching people literally fly through Heaven's Gate? Unforgettable. Here's a local secret. Visit during winter when the ice formations around the gate create natural sculptures that change daily. This 1,300-year-old town is like stepping into a traditional Chinese painting. These wooden houses built on stilts over the river have survived wars, floods, and time itself. What makes this place special isn't just its age, it's that people still live here exactly as their ancestors did. These stilted houses, called diaojiaolu, are built without a single nail. It's all traditional joinery that's held strong for centuries. The night market here is insane. Handmade silver jewelry, spicy local street food, and stories that go back centuries. The Miao people here are master silversmiths. I watched a craftsman create an intricate phoenix pendant using techniques passed down for 30 generations. Time your visit right, and you'll catch the Dragon Boat Festival on the Tuojiang River, or traditional Miao singing competitions that echo off these ancient walls. The acoustics are incredible. And the food? Ginger candy that's been made the same way for 300 years. Spicy tofu that'll make you cry. And rice wine so strong it could power your camera equipment. Get lost in these maze-like alleyways. Each turn reveals hidden courtyards, ancient wells, and family businesses that have operated in the same spot for generations. It's like walking through living history. The Bai people call this the mirror of the sky, and once you see it, you'll understand why. This ancient lake perfectly reflects the surrounding mountains, creating an optical illusion that breaks your brain. But here's what makes this place truly magical. The morning mist creates these ethereal layers that make the mountains appear to be floating. It's like nature's own version of Photoshop, happening in real time. These fishermen still use techniques passed down for generations. It's like a living museum. They use these traditional wooden boats and cast nets in a choreographed dance that's mesmerizing to watch. Some of these fishing families have been working these waters for over 800 years. The best way to experience air high? Rent a bike and cycle the 120-kilometer loop around the entire lake. It takes about 2 to 3 days, and you'll pass through traditional Bai villages, ancient temples, and viewpoints that'll ruin every other lake for you. The Bai people have this incredible tradition called Sandao Cha. 3 courses of tea served with elaborate ceremonies. Each tea represents a different stage of life: bitter, sweet, and the aftertaste. It's philosophy you can literally taste. Visit during the 3rd month fair, and the entire lakeside transforms into a massive celebration with traditional horse racing, wrestling competitions, and markets selling everything from jade to yak butter tea. This Buddha is massive, 233 feet tall and carved directly into a cliff face 1,200 years ago. His toenails are bigger than most people. But here's what's incredible. They carved drainage systems into his hair and robes so detailed that he's still perfectly preserved. The engineering behind this is mind-blowing. It took 90 years to complete, and they carved it from top to bottom to prevent landslides. The spiral buns in his hair? Each one is a disguised drainage channel that directs rainwater away from his face. For scale, that tiny dot climbing the stairs? That's a human being. You can literally sit in the palm of his hand. 28 people can fit there comfortably. His middle finger is 26 feet long. Here's the incredible backstory. A monk named Haitong started this project to calm the turbulent waters where 3 rivers meet. Local legend says the treacherous currents killed countless boatmen, so they carved this Buddha to bring peace to the waters. And you know what? The displaced stone from carving actually deity calmed the currents. You can view the Buddha 3 ways. Climb down the cliffside stairs, prepare for crowds, take a boat tour for the full perspective, or hike up Mount Emi for the aerial view. Each angle is completely different. It's like seeing 3 different monuments. The area around the Buddha is equally impressive. Mount Emi is one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains, with temples, monkeys that'll steal your snacks, and hiking trails that lead to Sea of Clouds viewpoints. Here's a photo tip for you. Golden hour from the boat tour creates the most dramatic lighting. The Buddha literally glows. This is where real Kung Fu was born. These mountains are home to actual Taoist masters who still practice ancient martial arts at dawn. The mist, the ancient temples, the energy here, it's absolutely otherworldly. I'm not talking about movie Kung Fu. This is the real deal. These masters wake up at 4 a.m. every single day to practice forms that have been refined for over 600 years. Watching them move through Tai Chi as the sun rises through the mist, it's like watching poetry in motion. Train with them for a morning, and you'll understand why these mountains are considered sacred. The temples here aren't just buildings, They're architectural marvels built without modern machinery, perched impossibly on cliff edges and mountain peaks. The Golden Hall at the summit is made entirely of bronze and has survived lightning strikes for 600 years. Why? Because the entire structure acts as a giant lightning rod. The engineering brilliance of ancient China is mind-boggling. There are 72 peaks here, connected by ancient stone pathways carved directly into the cliff faces. Some paths are so narrow and steep, they're called ladder to heaven. And trust me, you'll feel like you're climbing to another realm. The masters here don't just practice martial arts. They're keepers of traditional Chinese medicine, philosophy, and spiritual practices that go back millennia. I spent 3 days learning their morning routines, and it completely changed how I think about mindfulness and physical wellness. Every morning at 5 a.m., there's a collective meditation session at the main temple. Dozens of practitioners, both masters and students, moving in perfect synchronization as the mountain awakens. It's the most peaceful yet powerful thing I've ever experienced. The internal martial arts developed here emphasize harmony between mind, body, and nature, which explains why practicing here feels so different from any gym workout you've ever done. We're ending with one of the deepest gorges on Earth, where legend says a tiger once leaped across the raging Yangtze River. This 3-day hike isn't for everyone, but the views? Absolutely life-changing. Let me put this in perspective. The gorge is 3,900 meters deep and only 30 meters wide at its narrowest point. The water below is moving so fast and violently that the sound is deafening from 1,000 feet above. The legend of the tiger might be mythical, but standing here you can almost believe it happened. Fair warning, this will push your limits, but you'll never forget standing on these cliffs. This is a legit high-altitude trek. You're hiking between 1,800 and 4,000 meters above sea level, so altitude sickness is real. The trek breaks down into 3 sections. Lower trail easy but crowded, middle trail, the classic route, and upper trail for serious hikers only. I did the middle trail, and it's 28 kilometers of jaw-dropping scenery, tiny villages, and vertigo-inducing viewpoints. You stay in local guest houses run by Naxi families. We're talking basic accommodations, but the hospitality is incredible. Hot meals, local stories, and some of the most stunning sunrise views you'll wake up to anywhere in the world. Some sections are genuinely dangerous, narrow paths carved into cliff faces with 2,000-foot drops and no guardrails. The 28 bends section will test your nerve and your knees. Good hiking boots and trekking poles are non-negotiable. The payoff, Jade Dragon Snow Mountain dominates the horizon, a 5,500-meter peak that creates its own weather systems. Watching sunrise light hit that peak while you're perched on a cliff above the roaring Yangtze? That's a life-defining moment right there. At the narrowest point, there's actually a boulder in the middle of the river called Tiger Leaping Stone, supposedly where the legendary tiger landed mid-jump. Getting down to river level requires a treacherous scramble, but touching that stone after completing the trek? Pure magic. October to April offers the clearest mountain views, but May to September has better weather. Pick your poison. Epic views or comfortable hiking. And that's why China absolutely blew my mind. Which of these places are you adding to your bucket list? Drop a comment below with your favorite. Mine's definitely those Rainbow Mountains. If this video inspired some serious wanderlust, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. I'm exploring incredible destinations like these every week. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.